technology that our scientist, Dr. Bevan Elliott, who's been my partner since 2015, developed. I think he's pioneering a new way to make all of us healthier. Here's how he wants to do that. He wants to increase the amount of energy that your cells produce. Why does he want to do that? Well, doesn't everything take energy? You know, why would we be any exception? Like if I go in your house right now, start turning down the current, when your lights start to dim, when your appliances start to malfunction, if I kept it up, they stop working altogether, right? But that's kind of how we are when we go through life. You start out early in life with a lot of what's called mitochondria. That's why as a kid, you had all that energy that you might not have now, okay? And the reason you might not have it now is because as you go through life, because of, you know, not just aging, but diseases you might have encountered, you know. You had COVID, then you lost a lot of mitochondria, probably didn't get them all back, right? How about high blood pressure, diabetes? All those kinds of things can exhaust and kill mitochondria. Things you get into in the environment, stuff you might put on your lawn like I did to grow back your mitochondria. So you can get back that function that you're younger. To do that, he has identified things in nature that also would signal your mitochondria to grow. He did that, but that wasn't enough because they're not strong enough. Then he had to create this new technology called XDS, stands for Exponential Delivery System, to make them more powerful, to not just get these things in your bloodstream, but all the way into your mitochondria, where some real magic can happen, like what we're going to talk about tonight. Okay. Now that technology is in our product line. That product line is called XDS. It's called Ultra Mito, as Dale's going to come back and talk to you about. Dale.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, the first product I want to mention is called Rejuvenate. It's our topical cream. It's for your skin from head to toe. Put it in your scalp. Put it in your hair. It's for anything that disturbs your skin. That's a scratch, a scrape, a cut, a bump, a mole, a blemish, anything that disturbs your skin. And we've actually got testimonials in the back office of the impact it's had for serious varicose veins, for stretch marks, for cellulite, even the lines on your face. And it does all the things it does because of the way it works. It doesn't just sit on your skin. It soaks through your skin, soaks down to the bone. It helps with the ligaments and your tendons, hands. And listen, if you or anybody you know has a condition in your hands or feet that could start as tingling and become incredibly severe, you're going to find Rejuvenate becomes your go-to product for everything I just mentioned and more. Go to the back office, listen to the testimonials. They're astounding and wide-ranging. Next, we're going to talk about Restore 3.0. It's our first third-generation product, and Dr. Bevan has truly created something incredible using a base of two ancient superfoods, olive oil with olive leaf and flaxseed. They've both been used for thousands of years because of the benefits they provide to the human condition. They mention olive oil in the Bible. They found flaxseed when they opened King Tut's tomb, but Dr. Bevan has taken several elements and uses them in a special way. As an example, with olive oil and olive leaf, he uses them, several elements of them, to tune up and detoxify your cells while increasing your mitochondria. Now, that is the important difference, the unique difference. That's our name, more mito, short from mitochondria. Dr. Bevan has discovered that you've been losing mitochondria your entire life. You're lucky to have 50% of what you were born with when you're in your 50s and 60s, maybe as low as 10% in your 70s. And Dr. Bevan realized that when you can increase the mitochondria back to the age when you were young, then your body starts to work the way it's supposed to, the way it used to, the way it did before life and the environment started tearing your body down. And he uses flaxseed to increase your energy, but it's cellular energy. It's steady. It's strong. There's no jitters. It's not like a hit of caffeine or sugar that gives you a shot of energy followed by a deep valley crash. Cellular energy is steady. Imagine being able to do a task and complete it without a need to sit on the couch and rest. Imagine the disappearance of your brain fog. Something strenuous, like a long bike ride that has a short recovery time. Cellular energy means you engage life again on your terms, at its fullest, without a need to sit on the couch and watch it all pass you by. And I've only mentioned 2 of the 44 ingredients Dr. Bevan has been able to blend to create Restore. The blending is critical. Dr. Bevan will tell you that if you take a handful of vitamins, you're lucky if a third aren't a complete waste, overpowered and canceled out by other things in that handful of vitamins. Everything has to be in the right proportion, blended properly, and then the most critical aspect is the XDS that lets your body use it like nothing it's ever used before. Look, this is not a case of putting a bunch of ingredients in a pot and stirring it up and putting it in a bottle. It takes 8 weeks to make a bottle of Restore. It is a process, and the results speak for themselves. Next, I want to talk about our newest product. It's called Renew. Dr. Bevan has some of the ingredients that we need to increase our mitochondria. They have to be delivered in a dry format. They can't be delivered from a liquid base. So he's created these small capsules with these dry ingredients to complete the triad, if you will, of the items we need to increase our mitochondria. Renew, brain and body, stands on the shoulders of Rejuvenate and Restore, and completes what we need to have these incredible changes happen. Finally, some of the most important members of our family are the pets that we own. They can't have the people Restore. They needed a separate product, Pet Life. Look, your dog and cat also are full of mitochondria, but not as much as they should have. If your dog is bound up, can hardly walk up and down the stairs, certainly isn't playing catch or fetch or chasing bikes or anything. If your cat is laying around and hacking up fur balls and shedding, animals suffer just like we do. And they're closer to all the bad things in the environment. The chemicals we put on the rugs to clean them, the things we put on the lawn to make it grow. They're even allergic to the same things we are in the environment. If you want to bring a dog quickly back to puppy stage and a cat back to kitten stage, then increase their mitochondria, help them, give them Pet Life. So there's 4 items: Rejuvenate, Restore 3.0, Renew, Brain, Body, and Pet Life. There's nothing like what these products can do. To hear more about that, I'm going to turn the call back over to Roger. Roger, take it away.
Thank you, Dale. I was about to go back to last week and reboot your brain. No, things doctors, right? Supplement and drug companies can't fix, but your body can. You know, that's been a topic of discussion between Dr. Dan and I this last week. So, Dr. Dan, I got the same question I did on Saturday. Why is it they're not doing that? What sets us apart? What's the difference here? Dr. Dan, go right ahead.
Well, it's extremely difficult to get nutrients down into the tiny, tiny little mitochondria cell. Mitochondria cells are about the size of bacteria, though that's where your energy is made. So you take a typical muscle cell. A good athlete probably has about 5,000 mitochondria in each muscle cell. And the cell itself is pretty small. And then you put in these tiny little mitochondria cells. Getting it into the cell itself is a big feat. Very little of the nutrients you take get in there. And then to get it into the deeper level. So they're not feeding the mitochondria like we are. We're able to feed it what it needs to thrive and grow and create more mitochondria. And when you do that, you're bringing the body back to a youthful level. But sometimes even people at a very young age will have a health problem, a serious health problem, and they have plenty of mitochondria. And yet when they take this product, this new technology, actually what it is in the nutritional realm, because it's a whole new delivery system, when they do this, they waken up the processes that the mitochondria is involved in. And I was just reading some stuff right now on what medicine considers mitochondria problems: cardiovascular disease, stroke, metabolic disorders such as diabetes, cancer, infection, aging process. But we know from our experience, it's much broader than that. Memory, eyesight, pain, where people have something that might have bothered them for years, goes away. It's just so many different areas that we see that's even broader than what medicine can see. And supplement companies are trying to do this, but they don't have the XDS. They can't deliver 44 different things into the mitochondria. And I wouldn't have thought it was possible before. In fact, if there's a little too much trying to be delivered at one time, none of it will go in. So Dr. Elliott had to work out all of that. And we're doing that. We're making the cells healthier. And as you make the cells healthier, you make the organs healthier. And you make the organs healthier, you make the whole body healthier. So it makes sense that when you turn up the energy of the cells, and the cells can do all the processing that they have to do to stay healthy, then everything else turns around and goes back to the healthy state that's meant to be in. The body knows how to do that. All we're doing is giving it what it needs to do it.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Dr. Dan.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
I love it. Okay, so I'll take you back a little bit in time. When Bevan and I were initially talking about mitochondria, and he was saying, I like to help people die of old age instead of disease, I started researching that myself, and I came across this organization. It's called mitoaction.org. They're still around today, MITO Action, ACTION.org. They put out a statistic that showed that people who were born with not enough mitochondria, that was the population that they specialized in, had all these conditions like you just heard him talk about. They had more diabetes, high blood pressure, dementia, cancer, ... So it struck me immediately that, oh, that's the way a lot of people end up when they're old. So for me, that was my Rosetta Stone. That's what gave me insight. That let me decode what was going on with this loss of mitochondria. You might not start out that way if you're a healthy person, but you will end up that way. So the thing we were going after is what would happen if we could actually reverse that loss of mitochondria? What would people begin to see in their health that they typically don't see? Okay, and that typically, you know, the drug companies and all the supplement companies and certainly doctors, I mean, you have never gone to the doctor, he wrote you a prescription for more mitochondria, right? They don't have one.
No,
right?
never.
That's
I
just the way
haven't.
that is.
If y'all
But
have,
when you
let me know.
really do it, like we did do it for over 10 years now, then you get these amazing results that nobody else knew was possible because nobody else is doing this. That's when you get people like Cornell. Cornell comes to us, he got a heart murmur. And what you learn from him is that the doctor got nothing for that. But let's see what Mito had in store.
So I was born with a heart murmur.
What did you tell me were your health concerns then?
When it came down to my heart murmur back in the year of 2022, and that's when I started using that more Mito for the first time. And I was using it for a pretty good while. And when I went back, so I went back to my doctor for a checkup, and then she didn't discover no heart murmur in me none forever, and everything looked real fine. But then shortly after that, you know, the mistake that I made was when I started back to smoking that reefer again, and then throughout the last couple of months or so, and then my body started acting up again, and then when I went back to the doctor, and then they told me that heart murmur came back on me, and then after that, I had to leave that reefer alone, and I haven't touched any since then.
Okay, you told me the last time that when you got on it, you tried the reefer, but you didn't like the reefer.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so since you got on Restore, have you been back to get a check on the heart murmur?
Yeah, and they told me that they don't discover, they diagnose no heart murmur, but they discovered just a funny heart beat here and there, but they told me that it's really nothing to worry about.
Must be an irregular heartbeat.
You had heart murmurs, and you had, you know, you had the reefer that you would prefer taking. But once you got on Restore and everything, you didn't desire the reefer anymore, and the heart murmurs went away. Am I correct in that?
Yes, you are.
Mind you, he was taking all three.
That's remarkable.
And well, using all three.
And I had no interest in reefer anymore.
Okay. That's
No
beautiful.
more reefer, as he said.
Beautiful.
So if you're one of those that are smoking
when
reefer,
it comes down to heart murmurs,
or know somebody that has,
for it.
share this with them.
That's what I found out from my doctors.
So they don't have medication yet. You got on mito, and your body was able to resolve the problem itself. It sounds like.
Yeah. And what my doctor told me, when it comes to a heart murmur, it has to heal by itself. But other than that, they don't have medications for it.
There you go.
So that was another reason what started me to taking that more mindful.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard the fantastic results that people have gotten off of it since they started using it.
So I'm really happy about that. That kind of completes the story for me on the heart, because when we were talking about it before, you mentioned about the heart murmur, but now you've gone back again, they tested you again, and you got confirmation that it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing you got to do is just stay on it. And the nice thing, it seems like the reefer wasn't good for your heart, and now you've been able to resolve that naturally, along with the chest wall pain along the way as well.
Yeah, so it looks like more mindful would be my best choice. And that's why I'm going to always keep it around me. And I have a lot of trust in that product. I do.
Yeah, it's amazing stuff.
It's amazing.
Okay, so disclaimer. We make no attempt to diagnose, treat, or cure diseases.
Nope.
Okay? We have a higher concept. We want to regrow your mitochondria so your body can fix you.
That's right.
Now, you will notice on all these interviews that everybody seems to have more than one issue with them. How do you fix all of them in one time? If that's your objective, and it was ours, you regrow mitochondria. And if you can really do it, then you'll hear stories like that consistently, including addictions, cravings, and compulsions, like you just heard him talk about, in addition to some pain and anxiety he had that went away also. Okay? And Dale tells me we don't charge anything extra for that. It's a package.
We don't.
Right? When you restore your mitochondria. All right, now.
Restore yours and see what your body does.
Every call. Hundreds and hundreds.
Yep.
Somebody on this call tonight has a very personal issue that they are reluctant to talk about. James Morrison had one of those. He talked about he couldn't see, and his vision came back. He was really happy about that. But I guess when he got comfortable enough, he told me this story. So, James, when you started Restore, were there any other health concerns that you had?
One of the challenges that I had was the enlargement of my testicle. My
enlarged testicle.
Very large, larger than the largest grapefruit imagined. Gradually, since taking Restore, and I know it's Restore that is helping me in this direction, it started going the other way. In other words, it's almost normal now. And so, for that reason, I, for one, will not come off Restore. I'll be taking Restore for the rest of my life.
Regarding your testicle, how soon into Restore did you notice it starting to shrink?
I would say within a 2-week period, it started moving in the right direction.
So after 2 weeks, you could notice it getting smaller.
Yes.
Right, and between 2 weeks and 4 weeks, where you are right now, it's almost back to normal size. Would that be?
That's correct.
That's just an amazing result. That's an amazing result. Now, how long? One more thing. How long had you had that issue with the testicle prior to taking Restore?
At least 2 years.
Okay. So you had a
2
2-year
years
condition that was very concerning. And was it growing the whole time, or did it grow and stop? What was?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was
growing the whole time.
It was growing all the time. And actually, in the latter part of my concern, it was getting larger, faster. So, needless to say, that I was very concerned at that point.
Right.
Mhm.
So it was you said the size of a large grapefruit, like cantaloupe size, and then in the second
more
2
like
weeks,
cantaloupe size.
right? In the second 2 weeks of your 4 weeks, nearly back to normal.
Nearly back to normal.
Okay. Were you feeling any discomfort other than just the obviously emotional discomfort of having it that large? Did it ache? Did it?
Yeah, I was feeling some. I was feeling some pain or hurt, but I tried to ignore it. But whenever it hurt, that's when the concern was heightened.
Okay. And as you went through the store, how did the discomfort register? What was going on with the discomfort level as you continued to use the store across those 4 weeks?
As I continue to use it, right now there's no pain. Okay. It's almost back to normal, as I mentioned to you. So needless to say, not only do I have a peace of mind that I'm definitely moving in the right direction, but I don't have to pay attention to it anymore.
Right.
Awesome.
Okay, James. That's truly remarkable. Thank you for that.
Great testimonial from James
thank
with the
God.
enlarged testicle.
So they're pretty good at operation. They can cut things like that out. Maybe you should let your body try it first, though.
Right. Try fixing your mitochondria before it didn't cut on.
Going to talk to you about with two people now. And these are people who had traumatic experiences, physically traumatic. And there's an emotional component that comes along with that, too. The first one we're going to talk about, we're going to hear from, is Cecilia Perez, recovering from a brain trauma. How about you got hit in the head, and we go in and fix that, they find that tumor they didn't know you had, okay? And then you got to go through all this rehab, all this stuff. You're on 15 medications.
15 medications.
Hey, let's let you hear the story.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi, my name is Cecilia Perez. I ran into a situation where I was attacked and they hit me with a cell phone because I am a public speaker. And so when they hit me with that cell phone so hard, my brain started swelling up. And they rushed me into the hospital. And I never even knew I had a tumor deep down inside my head. So then when they did an open brain surgery, 5 hours in my head, then they discovered they pulled out a big one, but they said I had 3 more in there. These things I did not know. While they were doing the surgery, I had a stroke. One side of my face had died, and I couldn't see out my eyes, and everything was just crazy about everything that happened. So I moved down here with my friend, Denise. I knew nothing about the product. Well, one night I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do anything. And she came and started rubbing this stuff on my head and around my neck and around my ears. And I said, well, what is that? She said it was Mormito. I said, Mormito? I said, well, come on, bring it on, because it's making my head feel like it's just not throbbing. It ain't hurting. It's like it's making me just have rest. And mind you, I had never taken any medication prior to that thing that happened to me. But when I came through all that, I was up to 15 pills a day of medication.
15 medications.
My body is not used to taking medication.
She was taking a lot like I was.
So when I came here with medications that I cut myself down a little bit, but I still was taking medication. But when she started that a week ago, putting this stuff on my head, this Mormito on my head, around my neck, I was amazed about what was happening. I was feeling like no pain, so I stopped all pills altogether. She was doing it 3 times a day. And I said, well, why do you have to do it so much? She said, it's just good for you. I'll explain about this. Let me know how you feel. I said, my eye was open. I can see now. My face is not dead. I have feeling back. I'm talking very clearly now.
Yes, you are.
I didn't think Thank you. I didn't think that I would get back to being on live and public speaking or anything because I thought my life was over. But I have to tell you, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. Oh, my God. This Mito that I'm taking, I didn't know about the pills. And she had the and she put it inside the cream and she mixed it all in there. And she just keep putting it on my head. So then I said, put it in the middle of my head, not on my forehead and around it, but could you put it right in the middle where they actually cut into my skull? And she said, yeah. So she started putting it there. Do you know I don't even feel nothing? I never had nothing happen to me. I'm actually doing everything for myself. I'm cooking now. I'm going up and downstairs, going to the store. I'm doing everything. Like, I never had this happen. I have to say thank you. That's all I can say. That's my testimony and it only took me a week and a day.
A week and a day.
So I told her I need that pill too. I said maybe I'll start running again.
Get your brain and body bundle today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cecilia. That was an important contribution you just made to the call. So this is our point, right? Your body can do this.
Yes.
Just please give it to Mito so it can regrow your mitochondria. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, because you never know when you might have any one or all of those. You never know.
Right.
You don't know what all's going on in your body. But your body knows, and you're going to stand a much better chance of it dealing with it if you regrow yourself some mitochondria.
That's right.
Especially if you have been in a traumatic accident that has shattered you physically, mentally, and emotionally. It's made you a different person. That's what happened to Shanice Bigner. I met Shanice in Orangeburg, South Carolina, and delightful young lady, and completely different, as you'll hear, than she was when she had that accident, head-on collision. I'm talking to Shanice Bigner. Shanice, please tell me what your health concerns were before you met us.
I had been in this major head-on collision accident, and so I had a lot of arthritis, bruising and bruising to my muscles, and I was stiff, and just basically uncertain of how I would make it through the day, about my body pain and things of that sort, and just not in a comfortable place. And so that's how it was, my health concern.
Okay. Now, what changed after you started using Mito?
Oh, man, everything changed that I noticed. The first time I used it, I noticed that I didn't feel any pain in my shoulders. Was taking the Restore. Immediately, I started feeling change in my sleeping. I don't toss and turn throughout all the night. I don't wake up miserable and, grumpy and irritable. I've been waking up, just basically like autopilot, ready to go. No cognitiveness. And then slowly but surely, I noticed that I don't have any pain. I don't hear any bones cracking and no stiffness. And I got progress in work and getting to work on time and early. I even got a compliment and a complaint last week from one of my stores.
Okay. What do you do?
I do commercial cleaning. I clean for Food Lions and all retail grocery stores.
Okay.
Yeah, so the complaint was normally they're used to me being there till like 3 o'clock, 2 to 3 in the afternoon. And so since I've been on this product, I'm getting finished like 10:30, 11 o'clock. I was sharing that with my cousin about the progress in just my body. And so the manager sent an email to corporate and said that she does a real good job and she cleans real well, but she's just moving too fast.
Oh, wow. Would you like to have that complaint? Because she has more energy now that she's gotten on the product, and she's building her mitochondria up. Wow.
Because I'm finishing the work 3 to 4 hours before I usually would finish.
Right.
And I've been feeling really good. I've no stiffness in my bones and no aching and taking and no ooh and ah and none of that. It's just been 360 in my life since I started and I continuously do the regimen every day. I mean, it's getting better and better. I just thank God for this product because, you know, this is beyond and above our thinking of this product, you know. So I thank God for the person who created it and took their time and patience to create something for us. So it's just been a blessing, and I look forward to placing my order and sharing the word and just getting the word out there because a lot of people really need to take this product and get to know it.
Yes, indeed.
Awesome.
Okay, so she had a lot of PTSD that went with that, and she demonstrates that. Let's say you don't even have anything wrong with you; you got no issue. How about you just be better, right? Well, Saturday you heard from AJ, who was working out on these machines, 350 pounds. He's doubling his strength to 750, and now you hear from Shanice, who's like getting the work done in half the time. Okay. That's the thing. That's why you can't get it. What prescription they gonna write you for that? Okay.
They don't have a prescription
Where
for
on the
that.
shelf you gonna find that in the health food store? Big Pharma, they have the quest, but they can't patent. Okay. But if you got the right stuff, then things like are gonna happen in part 2.
Right stuff.
So, with respect to your cognition, how differently are you feeling mentally versus where you are now?
Since the accident, I don't know if I experienced a head-on collision, but I started developing anxiety because I was hit head-on, and it was someone ran the stop sign. And so I would be, like, nervous and, you know, just basically insecure of, you know, my day-to-day. You know, how is it going to happen? If someone's going to hit me? And so that started building some anxiety. And I would take the brain formula pills because I was having, you know, cognitiveness and sluggish. And, you know, it just started to put a fear in me that, you know, I might not have I might not make it home today. And so I was just like, God, you know, just give me something that's going to work. Help me to just get over this fear that I have from this accident. And so I noticed that now, because I'm getting up early, I'm getting out there, I'm feeling like I used to feel about myself and, you know, my driving. And so I don't have like sluggish in what I'm going to eat. I'm more cautious of what I'm eating for eating healthy. I did tell my cousin I was making a decision to go vegan because I've seen the difference in this product. I'm like, wow, imagine what it would do if I just eat better. And so I don't feel sluggish about my thoughts, everything, me going through my emails, me being more productive in the back office of my business. I mean, just everything all around the board is just becoming clear. It's crystal clear. I'm not sluggish. I'm not, reaching for something that's just not there. It's basically it's like I do it, I say it, I see it, it's getting done. You know, versus, I'm saying it, and I'm like, get it, okay, let me figure this out. I'll find a way, or put it off for the back burner. Now, with this energy and everything of me being clear and crystal clear about things, I'm like, let me get it done. Let's go. Let's tackle this. And I've never felt like tackling things since the pandemic and since I was hit head on in 2021. I'm really like, sure myself and know what to do, and my mind is activated like, let's go. Let's do it.
All right, so it sounds like physically you're operating at a different speed, you're moving faster, but you're thinking faster and more crisply as well.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Shanice. This is really a wonderful thing to hear, that you were able to turn around a problem. It sounds like that you were plagued by for 3 years.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Rogers. I appreciate it. I mean, this has been a game changer. It's going to always be a life changer. And literally, I noticed the difference in my feet. Because like I said, with the accident, I was having issues with my feet where their muscles would cramp up. My feet, my toes, it was so bad sometimes. my toes would bend all the way back.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
I mean, it was like a F450 truck that hit me. It broke the frame of the car and pushed everything in on me. All that stuff was jammed in me, and I would feel pain from the waist down. I was bedridden for some months, and the doctor said, well, you're going to have some arthritis because you got bruising to your muscles. I would just call on the name of Jesus and, slowly started healing myself to get where I'm at today. But I never thought I was, get back to 100% of myself. And I can truly say that I'm rising to that number of being 100% of myself or where I was before my accident. I can truly say that.
Well,
Awesome.
that's a great story. I'm so happy that we're a part of your wellness journey. Thank you again.
Being hit by F450, I know there had to be something. Me and my sister, my
Okay, so
daughter,
if you got on this late, you don't
and
quite know
my
what we're talking
nephew
about.
was hit by
The topic
F350, and it pushed us a long ways, and it did quite a bit of damage. Totaled my vehicle out.
But your body can with enhanced mitochondria, and you've been hearing examples of that, and we got a lot of them. Okay, our company is called More Mito. We could have called it More Miracles because of all the things that people like you who give this technology a try are reporting. Okay? And I mean, it's just like your hearing. You're always going to be faced with more than one thing, right? But there's a thing, your mitochondria, that can empower your body to address all of them and do it at the same time. Wow. I'm glad I'm here. How about you?
I'm glad I'm here.
And it not only
and a
applies
part of
to
More
people,
Mito.
it also applies to pets. We have that pet life. So pet version of Restore. Okay? 75% of the homes in America have a dog or a cat. Half of them consider that pet to be a family member. Okay? So if you've got pets you're concerned about, boy, don't forget about them too. All right, so let's put it all together. Dr. Elliott creates this technology. Roseback mitochondria, that's the stuff you've been losing since you were a young adult. And your body has been failing slowly. Well, let's turn that around. Created a special technology to make sure it happened. Put it in 3 products. First one's called Restore. Restore is an oil-based product. Got 2 superfoods at its base. Olive oil, black seed oil. They've been around since biblical times for all the things that they do. He enhanced it in a way that they've never been enhanced with before. And he started with stuff you can't go buy at the grocery store. Best quality we can find in the world. Process it 2 months before you get it. Total of 44 ingredients in it all together. We need that because we got to touch every organ system you have. They all have different needs: your gut, your kidney, your liver, your eyes, your brain, etc. Okay. Then there's these capsules in Renew Brain and Body. Why we need that? Because everything we need to regrow your mitochondria can't be found in one place, nor are they in one form. So the oil-soluble ones are in Restore, and the water-solubles are in Renew Brain and Body. Then there's the topical gel or cream. It's called Rejuvenate. It's really highly recommended for anything that affects your hair, your scalp, or your skin, any place on your body, face to feet. Bevan said he wanted to do it because nobody had ever cured a sunburn. He wanted to do that. But we quickly found out it does way more because it penetrates all the way to the bones. You can add a teaspoon or so of the Restore that we just got through talking about to that cream. Shake it up. Put it on. Now you got all 44 of those Restore ingredients hitching a ride on those transdermal effects as it takes nutrition through the skin, right? That Rejuvenate brings. All right. So whatever it is, I mean, if you got that bump, scratch, mole, scar been on there for a decade, you're tired of looking at it, rejuvenate it frequently throughout the day. Watch it fade. You got some breathing issues, take a blob of it on a Q-tip, suck it in one nose, do the same thing for the other nostril, and watch how well you breathe, okay?
Some more.
Tired eyes, I put it on my eyes all the time, 2-3 times already today. It's just an amazing thing. But when you put them all together, you're playing all the keys, we're coming at that mitochondria every way, then wow, now you got something special, and it creates those kinds of stories that you've been hearing on this call, that you hear on every call we do. Okay.
Yes.
So I hope you get that intellectually, but more importantly, I hope you try it physically so you can find out for yourself if there's any question or doubt. Okay, with that, Dale Bonet with the commercial.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, you get these incredible products at moremito.com, moremito.com, then a / and type in your username and hit enter. You're going to be at your website now. You know it's your site because your name's at the top of the page. So is your phone number, so is your email. And if you put your WhatsApp number, that's there as well. Look, that's where you send people after you've initially told them what you've heard, what you've learned, what you've experienced, and they can go there and read more about the products. They can listen to a selection of testimonials. They can read the ingredient list. They can read about XDS. They can even look at the labels that are on the products. And most important, they can purchase. They can only buy from you. You cannot come to More Mito and make a purchase. So they purchase from you. But you know what? There's one more thing they can do. They can join More Mito. We've created a one-of-a-kind company different than any other company you've ever heard of. We do not charge people to join our company. We don't make you pay
free
for
to
the
join
right
to be a
tell
customer.
other people about these incredible life-changing products. You join for free. There's no monthly fee to be here. We don't force you to be on any kind of an auto ship or even make a purchase to participate in the compensation plan. And you're going to love our compensation plan if you decide to participate because it is like nothing you've ever seen before. We don't pay commissions once a month or once a week or even once a day. Every time a purchase happens, once you're a verified member with us, we checked your email, your phone, and we know you're legitimate. Every time a purchase happens, your compensation is in your back office to use. And it's pretty tremendous. If you join us as a referring customer, you've got MitoCash. Use it inside the company, internally, to purchase your product, to pay for the shipping, even to send to other people. If you're outside the U.S., MitoCash is a great way to get full benefit of the product cost without worrying about the changes in currency versus where you live versus the U.S. currency. Or you know what? You can upgrade. That's free as well. You can upgrade to a paid rep. Now you get cash. Send it to your bank. Use the Stripe connectivity, the most powerful ACH system, secure. You can send money to virtually any bank on the planet outside the U.S. and in the U.S. You can also send it to your PayPal account, your Venmo account. Listen, you've never seen a company like us. We've got the payout system. We've got the products. We've got a support team that's second to none. You call the phone number at the bottom of your website, you're going to reach a human being, and they're going to help you with any question you've got. If you're upline, the person that brought you to the company can't answer your questions, we can. You've got a question about the products. You need help placing an order, putting somebody into the system. You need help with anything. They're there to take your phone call 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. If you get a recording, that's because everybody's already talking to somebody. Leave a message. You're going to get a call back. Imagine that, a phone call back. Amazon doesn't do it this way. Nobody does it this way except us. So let's review. One-of-a-kind products. There's nothing like More Mito. It's not a question of use these or use something else. There's nothing else that increases your mitochondria. You heard about multiple changes for an individual, not one thing, multiple things, because we increase the mitochondria. So a one-of-a-kind product line, it's the only thing out there, a one-of-a-kind company that doesn't nickel and dime you and charge you and take away compensation. We don't play games. We're here to support the product and you. One-of-a-kind company. Look, we've done everything we can do except the one thing we can't do. And that's talk to the people that surround you, the people you know. You're surrounded by people with conditions that would be better if you told them about More Mito. And there's a free 30-day empty bottle, money-back guarantee. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. So let's get the message out. Let's change some lives. let's follow through with what we've been given to do. And if you need any help, that's why we're here. Roger, if I left anything out, let me know. I'm going to turn it back to you.
Outstanding, Dale. Thank you. Star 5 on your phone. If you got a question or a comment, we're going to go to Q&A very shortly. In the meantime, 2 opportunities here, right? Obviously, give the technology a try, as Dale was suggesting that you do. Maybe you've got a particular health concern, or maybe you just want to be healthy, as healthy as you can possibly be. Either way, we know that more mitochondria is going to have an impact on that. Or maybe, you've got some other issues you want to handle, and maybe you want to get involved with us and refer us to other folks. If you do, that's a great thing. And by the way, shout out to all the people who got their family members on this call today, okay? We created this risk-free opportunity to make your product more affordable, and also so you could have an incentive to encourage as many other people as possible to try it, and we reward you for that in a no-nonsense way. You know who we are by now if you've been on even one of our calls. We're that company that keeps health on 100 and hype on 0. No nonsense here. We just talk about the results. And if that kind of approach appeals to you, and anything we're doing resonates with you, by all means, affiliate with us and let's see what we can do together, okay? All right. We got any hands here? Yes, we do.
Yes, we
Star
do.
5 once again. Yeah, on that panel. And let's see, who have we here? I got a call today. I got a message today from Esmeralda Dale. She had somebody that said, asked, do we have any peer reviews? So I thought about that. I said, well, how can you have peer reviews when you have no peers? Right?
Excellent
There's
point.
anybody, right? There's anybody else regrowing mitochondria, so where the peers gonna come from? Okay.
Yeah, they're not.
Anyway, how about that? There's someone from Florence, South Carolina call ID said it just says line new, like they got a new line. Number 2526.
Caller, I've unmuted you. Your number is in 2526. Give us your name and ask your question.
Hi there.
Hello.
I'm Fran Jackson out of South Carolina, and I have a question. I'm so excited. I heard about this last week. Waiting on my product to come, hopefully tomorrow. But I'm excited because being in the healthcare field, I understand the mitochondria. Have you had any experiences with HS, that hidradenitis suppurativa? I know you've had blood pressure experiences and maybe migraine, but I'm interested in someone who has hidradenitis suppurativa.
I'm not familiar with it. Could you tell me how it affects people?
It's a skin problem, and that's why it causes boils in different places on the skin, pain, and many times surgery, recurrent surgeries.
Well, we have not had that specific condition, but we've had so many skin issues that I have to feel like, well, the whole premise of this thing is that we don't need to be concerned about individual conditions so much just because, even though I haven't heard of it, your body knows all about it. It's already trying to fight it. And all we do is turn up the mitochondria, all those immune system functions go way high. That's why we get all these people coming to us when they had a serious operation, let's say a heart valve replacement, let's say, or a life-threatening operation, or any of those like you heard tonight. They're always amazed at doctors at how quickly they recover, right? So all your body resources, its own antioxidant production, the stem cells, all of those things, not just our mitochondria, also get enhanced. So we see all these miraculous repair situations in some cases where the doctor were told that what they had was incurable. So given that we've got that kind of right, so given that we hear these kinds of stories from folks, there's no reason to assume that it will not help the person that you're concerned about. I would urge you to have them give it a try.
that's exactly what I'm going to do because I'm excited even for my family members to use it. But I know that this person suffers with it very badly. So I'm hoping that we can give you a really good experience on that specific thing. But it is a skin problem, and I understand that this is good. The Rejuvenate maybe is good for the skin.
It is, but all of it's good for the skin.
Yes.
Rejuvenate is just one of the ways we deliver it. You know, because you're going to take stuff through the skin, you got to have a special formulation designed to do that. But it too is regrowing mitochondria, and especially if you put that Restore with it, you get a really powerful effect.
Put the Restore in it.
So
thank you.
So that's the thing you need to do. All right, great having you on, friend.
Thank you.
Great to have you with us, friend.
All right.
Great question.
Okay, so how about Alonzo White?
Alonzo, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello, I'm Jean, and I was calling to see results for lymphedema in the legs and so forth.
Yeah,
we've heard that.
So we've had a number of people who are really glad that they gave this technology a try who had lymphedema.
Yes.
I will also tell you that there's a physical therapy aspect to this. I might ask what Dr. Joy in a minute make a comment, but basically that combination of Restore, Rejuvenate, massage in thoroughly multiple times a day is great. But there's also, because we're talking about a circulation issue here, right? Like I had this stress fractured foot. My foot swole up like a fat hot dog or something. Okay, and I had to rejuvenate it thoroughly, but I also had to do these physical manipulations to encourage the blood supply as well. But let me
I have
see
a machine.
Okay, yeah, you want to do that. But let's see if we get a comment from Dr. Joy. Dr. Joy, you with me?
Yes, I sure am with you, Roger. So the one thing, since she said she had a machine, I think the best machine to have is a mini trampoline, or they call it, what is it? It's like the big trampoline people have a rebounder. That's what I was going to say. It actually exercises your whole lymphatic system. It's going to cause all that lymphatic toxic waste to move out of your body. So that's one of the first things you want to do. And you didn't even have to leave the mat. You just sit there and bounce. And it grows your mitochondria. That's the beauty of it now. And the other piece is taking that Rejuvenate and massaging it into your navel. And it's going to start that whole detoxing thing going on to get the waste moved out of your body as well. Sometimes we want to think we're going to detox seasonally, but we need to detox daily, and that's what you need to do. And just, be careful about what you're eating. Eat organic foods. Eat those healthy, good foods. Eat that oatmeal for breakfast. So it could just keep your, everything moving through your body. Eat that high fiber. And so that's going to help. Bounce about 3 minutes. 3 minutes equal to 3 miles. And it'll move the waste out. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Joy. Okay. Jean, hopefully that was helpful.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Hope y'all are taking notes, whether you're writing them down or whether you're taking them on your computer like I am.
All right, Susan, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question. Susan, you're a web caller. Susan from Birmingham. You may need to unmute.
A Michigander. Caller,
yeah. Well, I'll have to come back, Roger. Not with us. Right?
Let's see about that wireless caller we got in Atlanta at the top.
Wireless caller number ends in 9775. Give us your name and ask your question. I've unmuted you.
Thank you. I'm Dorothy, and I have a quick question. First, I'd like to say that I've been on the product for about 6 weeks since February, and I have experienced some major improvements. I had a vertical split in one of my fingernails. I'd had it for 16 years, and it's healed. It's fully healed. The split is no longer here. But I have one question that I would like to ask. Will this help with vaginal bleeding?
So, again, let's think about the fundamental aspect of regrowing mitochondria and just helping your body improve how it's doing everything. So, we've had all kinds of situations. We had a lady that had normal cycles all her life, and then when she went into menopause, she just started bleeding and wouldn't stop. She had just constant cycles, and it stopped the day she started using mito. So I don't know. There's many reasons or many ways that could happen, and obviously we don't do conditions. We just do mitochondria. But among the people who have reported that condition, we do have any number of people who have said that bleeding stopped. Any kind of bleeding. I talked to Paul, who had a radiation. He had radiation damage because he had prostate cancer, and he had like rectal bleeding for a long time. He didn't tell me about this until later. He had all kinds of great stuff, but that rectal bleeding was kind of slow to taper off. But it did. Again, your body's trying to fix yourself. Your immune system is trying to do that. But you've lost half or more of your mitochondria. Obviously, it's not doing as good a job as it used to. So again, I would recommend it for someone who had that concern.
Thank you.
All righty. Okay, let's see. How about we try Susan? We'll come back to her later. How about May in Fort Lauderdale, Florida? Call her ID says.
Hello?
May, go right ahead.
How y'all guys doing this evening?
Great.
Good. I've heard some very interesting things. I've read a lot upon it in the past week. I met Esmeralda, and as soon as I jumped on this call, I just said took the initiative to go ahead and order the bundle right now and try it, because the testimonies that I'm hearing are very, very impressive. And I just want to say thank you guys for creating this product, and I want to be the one to really spread the word. I'm very influential throughout the music business. I had 40 years in the music business. I managed some of the biggest artists like Flo Rida, Rick Ross, Pitbull, we Luke from Two Live Crew, and I'm very well known. And people listen when I talk, like E.F. Hutton back in the day. Mm-hmm. I had knee problems. I was in the process of getting ready to go to Panama, probably do the stem cell thing. And I met Esmeralda, and she's such a great person. Her spirit, we just connect. And she told me about it, and I went home and listened to some of the testimonies in the videos, and I said, well, I've tried everything else. I've done the pills, I've done stem cells, I've done topical creams and all that. So I really want to get started with this. I guess it should be here by the first of the month. Just place the order tonight. Should be here by the first of the week, I guess. And I'm just excited to try it also because it's a simple fact. I've tried so many other things that has not worked for me. And I'm 6'3", 255, and it's hard for me to go upstairs. Now, I make it, but it's hard on my leg. Or now my back is starting to hurt. And my wife, I want to get her on it. I've been telling her, I'm trying to get her on the call tonight. She's out with her sister because she had a in January. She's much better now. She go to physical therapy, but she take like these pills every day. And I'm like, baby, you cannot. This ain't the way. Our body is designed to heal itself. So therefore, if I'm hearing these testimonies, and I got a good discernment of when somebody's lying. I don't hear lies here. I'm just being honest, and I'm excited to try it.
All right. Well, welcome aboard. Can't wait to get your feedback. It's like you're kind of trapped a little bit because this is where we're having this topic tonight, right? Things doctors, supplement companies, big pharma, so forth can't fix because of all the people like you Okay, they've tried all of that. It hasn't worked, or hasn't worked as well as you would like, right? So, give your body a try with this mitochondria.
And I want to actually want to, once I get it, I know one of them is a topical. She gave me a sample. It wasn't enough in the sample to really, because I'm pretty far gone. How do I, you say you apply it 3 times a day or twice a day?
Yeah, she's really well versed. She can help you with it, but generally speaking, you want to mix some of the Restore in that Rejuvenate, shake it up, and you got to put it on frequently, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day is not too many, like every time you think about it. And that's the thing, because you just gotta. Because it's not doing anything. Okay, it's not like something that's gonna just turn pain off. It's gonna manipulate your nerves, right? What this is gonna do is feed your cells. Right, it's gonna feed your cells so they can do this repair. Take that information. That's what's been eating up your cartilage, right? And then start to rebuild it back, right? And turn up your endogenous antioxidants. Those are the ones that your body makes. They're way more important than ones you find in the health food store, okay? So now, its whole way of addressing this inflammation that's led to the deterioration of the joint has been enhanced and upgraded. So you just got to roll with it, man. And
because I did the cortisone shot, and that was just like a quick fix. I go on tour. Yeah. I get out on the road. I'm traveling. It's showtime, and I'm in the dressing room. Can't hardly move. I understand. And I can't do that. I can't work.
And enough cortisone over time make your bones brittle. So you don't have that. You don't have those kinds of compromises. When you let your body do it. But anyway, you got it on the way. Use it frequently. Don't be afraid to up your dosage. Or I triple dose every day, and I don't have anything that dramatic going on. Okay, it's just that to do all the things I need to do.
Are you speaking of just the rejuvenation or all 3 of the products?
I'm talking about all of it. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
I triple dose everything because I have a lot of physical and mental demand. Dale told you I got to go find them corners in the circle. Right? So so if whether you've got a demanding schedule or you got demanding issues, okay, you can take more. And sometimes that's advised. Okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, great talking to you. All right. So, how about Shirley Starkey in Philadelphia? Shirley,
hello.
Are you there?
Hi.
Yes.
How you doing?
Okay.
My Laura Mito family, how's everybody? I want to make a comment.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well,
my comment
don't be holding that comment back, Shirley. Go ahead.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it right now. I've been on more Mito product for 4 months now. My husband and I, Samuel Saunders, known as Bayat, and we've been on it for 4 months. And I've been using the Brain and Body capsules, the Rejuvenate cream, and the Restore. And it's been helping me. I'm visually impaired, and I've been using the cream on my eyes. And my vision, my peripheral vision's been getting really good. I had a good stick-up at the eye doctor. But also my gums, they're healthy. I'm a breast cancer survivor, and I'm really feeling good about that. And I have an ankle that was hurt. I used the cream on that. And I just want everybody to know that the product works. You got to use the whole bundle. And I have my husband sitting here with me in the living room, and my nephew is here listening for the first time. And he is really interested in getting the product, too.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Shirley. I remember you from Philadelphia.
Yes, and I'm really grateful with the product. The bundle really works. You have to use it, all 3 of them. It takes care of everything that you're going through. Try it.
Well, thank you for sharing that,
Thank
Shirley.
you, thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Yes. You're welcome.
Oh,
All right, because that's what happens when you.
Oh, you want to say
Yes.
something? What do you want to say?
Yeah. How you doing? My name is Anthony.
Okay, Anthony.
Yeah. My aunt and uncle, they've been using the product, and it's been good results. And I've been listening to all the testimonies, and I'm a believer now. So I'm down. I might she gonna sign me up, and I'm gonna start placing orders on the and see how it's gonna work.
All right, welcome to the journey. Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about try Susan again in Birmingham, Michigan, coming in on the internet. Susan, are you there? No, Susan. All right. Well, we got another Susan. How about Susan Mason in Battle Creek? Let's see how we do with that Susan.
No Susan, huh?
Susan.
The Susans
Are you
aren't
there?
paying attention.
I am here.
Oh, there she is.
All right.
That one is.
Yes.
I didn't get through. Just real brief. I just got my product today, 6 o'clock. I had really bad back pain this today, as well as last Tuesday. Specifically, that's when my brother left last Tuesday for a vacation that I take care of, and tomorrow he's returning. So I think there's an emotional component in that. But I was literally on my knees last Tuesday and today in a lot of pain for my low back, and I am in good shape, and that should not have occurred. And I just put on the, as soon as the box came, I put on the cream and the oil, mixed it right in my hand, and just started putting it across my low back. And I am so glad to say within 20 minutes, that pain was gone. So I went to lathering with it all over, and I am looking forward to more transformation. Actually, I have an autoimmune condition of psoriasis, so very bad scarring of the skin. And I can't wait to see what the results are going to be. So I told a friend also, she's got 5 people already on the product has ordered. And then her friend told another friend. I mean, there's about 8 of us that within a day to 2 days got our order in. So I appreciate one huge thing in
That's
regards
how you
to
do
what
it.
you produce is it can save people a lot of money. I have been in natural health care for about 35 years, and I'm tired of buying excellent products from this company, excellent products from that company. I'm an affiliate in several. And from what I see of your ingredients, what I'm looking for is to consolidate, hopefully, into these 3 products, and of course get Pet Life. But that's what my goal is. And so stay tuned. I don't want to give
So she's gonna get all 3 of these.
I just wanted to say thank you
plus
very
Pet Life.
for
So she's getting all
really
4
developing
of
something
the products.
that is just
That's all of the
amazing
products.
and very
Very
immediate
wise.
in helping the body to heal.
All right. Thank you, Susan. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank
A
you.
lot of people are looking for that, that one thing that's going to help you with everything. And that's what this mitochondrial approach is about. All right. How about Edward Beto?
Yes, this is his wife, and my name is Christy. I'm from Missouri.
Missouri, okay.
Yes, and I had 2 questions. One was on osteoporosis, if it has any effect on that, and also the varicose veins was mentioned, but I didn't understand if it's just the cream or what, and also let's do that.
Okay, let's start
Could
with
you help me with that?
is it just, yes, let's start with, is it just the cream or what? It's all of them. It's all of them because,
Okay.
again, we can't find all the things we need to regrow mitochondria, which is what our process is. It isn't to specifically address a condition. It's to regrow your mitochondria so your body can address all those conditions better. Okay, it's already trying. It needs more energy to do it better. So that's why you have three. Now, rejuvenate is interesting because you can take the restore, mix some of it in there like you've heard some people talk about tonight. And you can put it specifically right on that area that you're concerned about. It'll carry that nutrition right through the skin, right to, that spot that you need it at. You just have to, use it frequently. All right,
If you need to know how to mix it, if you go to Health the Wealth Show with Stephanie on YouTube, go on the playlist. There's a video there showing you how to mix the Restore,
Okay, so
one dose of the Restore oil
skin,
into
but
your
I'm talking
Rejuvenate
about the
gel.
varicose vein. Okay, it's like
Okay.
you're going to feed those cells, right? You're going to feed those cells in that area, repeatedly. We've got lots of good reports coming back on that. Now, the osteoporosis. You got two kinds of arthritis, right? You got osteo, which is like wear and tear, the doctors will say. And then you got rheumatoid, which is an autoimmune condition. To us, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're just going to regrow the mitochondria anyway. But what I can tell you is that we got lots of folks on this line right now. I see some of their names who have exactly the same concern and who got amazing results with this regrowing mitochondria approach. So, that's the long and short of it right there.
Well, sir, will it help with the joints in the fingers? Mine are like going crooked.
I had a friend of mine come over here. I had a friend of mine come over here. He does my taxes. And I didn't know this at first. I didn't pay attention. He had a finger that wouldn't straighten out. I don't know how I missed that, but I guess he didn't have it the last time he came over here. But anyway, he called me back. He was all excited because he straightened his finger out, But again, we're not curing this stuff. Let me be very clear about this. Again, your body is doing this. It's just that you don't have the nutritional resources. And most of us, we don't think about it, but we're eating a really inflammatory diet. And so we're predisposing ourselves, right, to having all this stuff. So we got a technology that your body can use to begin to correct that. And of course, the reason we have the nutritional counseling and have people like Dr. Joy, Dr. Dan, is so we can advise people as to how they need to eat and what things and how you need to exercise and all of that. I'm squeezing the ball right now while I'm talking to you because I injured my hand. Okay? So I got to do this physical therapy. I can't settle with just, taking our stuff. I got to move these joints and make these things flexible. But I'm getting amazing results because we got the technology to promote the mitochondria, and I got sense enough to know I got to exercise too. All right, so there you go.
Well, thank you. Thank you so very much. It was a privilege
All
to
right.
talk to you.
Yeah, great having you on. Okay, Dale, how about Madison Harris or Harris Madison? I'm not sure. In Atlanta. Okay.
Hi, I'm Madison. Yes, I'm Madison Harris, and I just want to make a statement. I'm enjoying my product. It's been 3 weeks now, and I just wanted to make a statement. I had a stroke back in 2018, and things got better, but my right foot, I could not make circles with it. I can now do circles left and right. So I just want to say thank you again. Yay, me.
All right, now
yay, everybody. Thank you.
I'm so glad we picked you right then because that was what the person who asked about osteoarthritis. This is kind of like that, right?
Yes, and the guy that said his wife had a stroke, so I wanted to, come on. That's when I raised my hand. So let me go in and get some encouragement here because this stuff works. I got to order some more products because I went rubbing my stuff on everybody else, but it's working. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
I went through a lot of product doing that same thing, letting everybody try it, etc. So.
Good night. All right. So, Damaris, Damaris in Florida. Damaris, you there?
Hello, Roger.
Hey, good talking to you. Good hearing from you.
Thank
Go
you,
ahead.
sir. And thank you, Dale, and my Mito family, and thank you for the stellar service and opportunity each of you bring to us. I would like to report a couple of quick updates. So I was introduced to this by Brother John Chaney, the Jelly Bean Man, and I used to experience some staring spells. However, what was unique about it was I was aware of what was happening during those staring spells, and I could still function.
Damaris, could you say that again? I did not clearly hear the condition you were mentioning. Say it once more, please.
So I was experiencing some staring spells, and my vision would just be locked in for a while. And
staring spells. You were explain how that works. How it was affecting you.
So it would be where your eyes just would lock into one, fixating to one spot. It could be while I was driving or, doing any activity. And I couldn't move my head or my eyes, during that time while it was happening. But I was fully aware of it. And
it was like a kind of paralysis? So it was like a kind of paralysis?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm clear. Continue, please.
That one.
Sure. And so it would last a couple seconds at a time, and it would, I would snap out of it. And I'm not sure what it was attributed to, but those episodes have almost completely resolved. I get one very far in between if I miss taking the technology. And also, the last time I had been sick was in 2023. I would get severe sinus infections that would cause aggressive coughing, and I would need a Z-Pack antibiotic to knock it out. However, I've been free from sinus infections since then, and it's been going on 3 years in May that my immunity is amazing, and I have not been sick. So with that said, thank you so much for each of you do at Mito and our amazing teams, and for blessing us with this life-changing technology to be able to give us a wellness breakthrough and be able to get our health back. Mito up, everyone. God bless and love you all. Back to you, sir.
All righty. God bless. So happy that you mentioned that about your immune system. This is just something we noticed that you will find that you get sick a lot less often. Just get on the technology. Watch how much better your body works. Okay, thanks again, Damaris.
Just get your brain and body bundle today.
Okay.
The description is in below where you can create your free customer website.
From Columbus, Mississippi. Lynn, let's get Lynn unmuted. Okay, Lynn, are you there?
Can you hear me? Yes.
We hear you.
Thank you, Roger, for taking. I have a question and a comment.
Okay.
I had an earache and a toothache on my right side, so I put the Restore and the Rejuvenate on my tooth and on my jaw, and the Restore drop in my ear. Immediately, it stopped. But, and so for about a week, we've been kind of on a little vacation. I have pierced ears. I hadn't had my earrings in. I went to put my earring in this morning, and I couldn't get the right one in. I had to force it. So I guess it causes your skin to grow. Have you heard anybody say that?
I mean, you're the first one with that specific thing, but
right.
Your body will, there's a hole in here. Let's fix that.
It did. But I did get it in, but it took some work. But I was really glad I didn't have the toothache and the earache. That was wonderful. But I just wondered if anybody else had experienced that.
You're the first one to report it, but I'm not surprised.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I use it on my ears, in my ears, around my ears. I haven't experienced that. My holes are still fine.
Yeah, great having you on. Thank you for
But again, different people's body reacts different.
Thank you.
Responds different.
Okay. How about Cheryl? Oh, let's go to Esmeralda up at the top. Esmeralda. One of our angels. Okay.
Good evening, guys. Many blessings as always. Amazing call. It's like all of them. I love them all. Okay, so listen, real quick. Remember, I had someone come to my house late at night. I mean, total pain, wisdom tooth, and within like a minute, 30 seconds, or whatever it was, his pain was almost gone. So yes, to that young lady, just said something about her teeth besides the ear closing. So I just want to say. We are so blessed. Oh God, we are so blessed and thankful to all of you and the team and all the efforts put forth, and that God actually spoke with Bev and Elliot to create this to help humanity. People need to understand that God's creation is designed to self-heal. You have to think about the body, okay? With all this autoimmune disease, that's because they don't know what it is, okay? That's like idiotness. What is the body? You got trillions of cells. Everything cells. You got lymphatic system, you got central nervous system, you have blood, and you have water. It's gonna complicate things. I mean, listen, doctors are amazing, but they've been lied to. They're educated by certain industries. It's not looking for root causes. So, with that said, just you gotta stick to it. You gotta stick to the product. I spoke with the parent. That's why I want Dr.
Gotta
Daniel's
stick to the
email. I want
products.
her to do a consultation. The child has autism and leaky gut. She doesn't see a difference. She wants to like back off. I'm like, no, if anything, you should increase, not down. So I want her to have a consultation with Dr. Dan to help this child. And I just want to tell people, you got to stick to it. You cannot give up that quickly. You know, it takes time for your body to become sick. So it also takes time for the body to self-heal itself. Again, we do not do conditions. Conditions don't even matter to us.
Sure
We do
don't.
mitochondria, which is energy of your cells. And what is everything? What is your organs? What is everything? Cells.
All your
So you got to
organs
give it
take
an opportunity.
energy.
You got to stick to it. And just trust in the Lord and trust that He connects with purpose. I mean, I'm always giving gratitude. I ask Him to connect me with the people He chooses, and He does it. I mean, the people I'm connecting with is amazing. And another thing I wanted to say, always, I'm still trying to keep, well, the good Lord's allowing me to keep hope for Patty. That's hope for the number 4, and then Patty, P-A-T-T-I. She's, you know, Huntington disease. They want to put her in hospice. You know, the family has basically given up on her, but I am not giving up on her. And you guys, you're my family. So, Roger, I thank you for matching whatever people contribute. So, $1, $2, $5, go ahead and contribute to Hope for Patty, and let's try to be a testimony for the good Lord. So just hang in there, guys. Don't give up. There's nothing else out there. They are not offering anything else out there. And remember, autoimmune disease, we do not have suicidal cells. That's ridiculous. That's just whatever. So just trust in the Lord, trust in the body, stick to it. And obviously, you know, we have to do a little better with food. I'm guilty too, because I'm cute. I don't like that beans and rice and all that stuff. But we have to do a little better. And there's a lot that we can do. And grounding and do breath work and just help God's creation to heal itself. All right. Many blessings to you guys. And there's a lot of other stuff coming. I'm not gonna promote money, but you gotta look.
Keep updating me on what I need to match, okay?
You got it. Yeah, I'll ask the girls.
All right.
Thank you. Blessings. Be well. Bye.
All righty. Cheryl McNeil in Sweden.
As y'all can see, we believe in helping people, so it doesn't make a difference. Like, I'm not connected to Esmeralda, but if I want to do the Hope for Patty, you know, and you know, bless her by transferring some more mito bugs, cash, whatever, we can do that. We just believe in blessing people.
Maybe having a internet connection
because we want everybody to get their mitochondria strong.
Okay,
so their body can fix itself.
We'll come back. Okay?
The natural way with our food.
Reconnect, and let's try it again. Okay. All right. So we muted her. How about Bishop? I think it may be Apostle these days. Michael Jones and his wife Joanne.
Yes, Brother Roger, God bless you. I just want to say that I'm so feeling so much better. You know what I was dealing with this heavy neuropathy, not being able to hardly walk, the pain, the nerve pain in my hands 24/7. It got to the point the fingers were numb, and then not being able to see. My wife had to. I couldn't even button my shirt. My wife had to button my shirt for me. It just bad, and sugar level is out of control, blood pressure is out of control. But I just want to say right now, that thank God for the last 4 times that I've been checked. I'm not talking about at home, but medically, with my doctor, nurse, and what have you. They're all saying, Mr. Jones, your sugar has definitely under control. Your blood pressure is very good. I told Joanne 5 weeks ago I had shooting pains like electricity coming all up and down my neck. And all of that has stopped. That's zero. All of that has stopped. The nerve pain, that tingling 24/7 is gone. Thank God. So I took your advice. I stopped all the stuff that I was doing. You know, the sweets, the cakes, the sugar, and all of that stuff. I stopped. I did. And the oatmeal. Every morning, oatmeal for breakfast. And I can say that right now, like today, I did 6. Restore under the ton of the 6 a day. I quadruple with my cream. I do that 4 times a day, all over. You know, the back, neck, my feet, my eyes, my head. It's just, I thank God that I took your advice, Doc, and have a powerful, powerful testimony in those areas. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you for reporting that. I really appreciate it. If you don't know Apostle's full story, he came to us. He had been blind in one eye. He was born that way. In the other eye, a botched operation caused him to go blind. You know, so I guess maybe you can perceive light but not images. And then all our technology started getting sight back. But like a lot of us, we emphasize this. There's 3 parts to this. It's how you exercise, how you eat, and how you regrow your mitochondria. Okay, so he's helping himself out a lot. And I know there's others of you out there like this, that you're coming to us like we should be able to fix all your problems. Well, kind of hard to get up the hill when you got one foot on the gas and the other one on the brake. Okay? So if you just act in concert with your body, let your mitochondria do what it does, but you consciously do what you're supposed to do, working, you get a much better outcome. Okay?
Born blind in one eye.
So
then ended up going to a procedure and becoming blind in the other eye.
So I want to thank everybody
Mito,
whose voices you heard, but I'm giving Dale the last word.
Awesome.
Dale, go right ahead.
Just awesome.
So Dale may be preoccupied a little bit. So
no, Dale's here.
Okay. Go ahead.
Listen, I wanted to make an important call out on tonight's theme and the theme of this product. No matter what you've got, we don't fix a thing. Multiple things happen for each person. This is unique. Nothing else does what this does because, as Roger has continued to say, because we're just increasing the mitochondria. But when a guy like Ron Long comes to us a week after he gets a heart operation and a pacemaker put in, and he's getting shots in his eyes for retinopathy, those shots stop. The doctors stop giving him shots. They don't see the disease, and he's taken off of 4 pharmaceuticals. He just stops taking
4
them.
medications.
The doctors say,
he was
Ron,
taken
you
off
don't need
of.
this blood pressure stuff anymore. You don't need this testosterone anymore. He's lost control of his right arm. Never thought he'd get it back. Learned how to write left-handed to sign papers. He's 83 and throwing 60-pound bales of hay on his daughter's farm. Multiple things. You heard it tonight. It comes from increasing your mitochondria back to the age when you were a kid. There's nothing like this. Doggone it. You've got a hold of something so powerful.
Nothing like this.
Share the message. We're here to help you. But massive things can change when our stuff is combined with the DNA. Understand what you've got here. It truly is a gift from God. And if you need help, call us. I look forward to seeing everybody again on Saturday.
Customer
Roger,
service, 509-593-3300.
I want to thank once again everybody whose voices you heard, all of you for staying to the end. You're the very best part of More Mighty. We really appreciate you, and we will never take you for granted. We'll see you next time.
Was that not an awesome conference call, y'all? Did you not learn a lot? Did you take a lot of notes? I took a lot of notes on my computer. I always take a lot of notes because I learn a lot when I get on these calls. Like they say, knowledge is power, right? I get my power by getting on the calls, getting educated so I can learn more and more. Once I learn more and more, guess what I do? I go and I share it, right? This is why you see me on different platforms. I'm in the process of going to an event. I have three events that I will be speaking at, sharing this information. So if you're in the Memphis, Tennessee area, Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie is coming your way. So, because I mean, everybody needs to know how to build their mitochondria up. Most people don't know what mitochondria is, right? It's the powerhouse of your cells. It's the energy component for your cells, right? And so if you lost all your mitochondria right now, do you know what would happen? You would just drop dead. Okay, that's how serious mitochondria is, right? So that's very serious. And you just need to build your mitochondria up. Everybody has mitochondria. Every animal has mitochondria. So everybody you know needs this product. Everyone. So don't go around thinking, oh, who do I know that needs this product? Everybody. Because every human and every animal has mitochondria. And nobody has 100% mitochondria, right? So, because nobody has 100% mitochondria, everybody needs the product. So everybody's fair game, right? It's just a joy that I have in, being affiliated with this company because, again, this company has changed my life. If y'all see all these medications up here, every last one of those have my name on them. Okay, and that's all the medications that the doctors had me on. But they had me on like 18 to 20 medications at one time taken, um, and it caused a lot of side effects. It caused a lot of other things, even depression, from me taking medication, listening to the doctor. So those of y'all that think, oh, I gotta just listen to my doctor, you have to be smart enough to determine whether your health is serious enough to you, whether you want to do your own research, because that's what I had to do. For many, many years, I was going to these doctors. They was putting me on all of this and more, right? And again, a lot of it was causing other side effects. I couldn't function the way I used to function. I had doctors telling me I would never have kids again because of different things that was going on in my body. And some of it was caused by medication. I was told that I would live the rest of my life in pain, which I am not. Do I look like I'm in pain? I am not. But again, it took some research, right? It was several things that I was told, right? Like I had the restriction on my driver's license. I no longer have the restriction on my driver's license, and I have to wear my glasses because my eyesight got better. Okay, why did my eyesight get better? From putting the Rejuvenate gel on there. At the time, this was before we had the Restore All. So at that time, we weren't mixing in here because it had not even been created at that time, right? And if y'all saw me earlier, how I took the Rejuvenate gel and wiped around my eyes. I will show you guys again how I did it. But it's just simple as it. These were the steps that I took each day, multiple times a day. I would just take the Rejuvenate gel and I would just wipe it around my eyes. This gets into even though I'm wiping on top, this gets in there. It can even get into your brain from here, right? So you're talking about brain fog and migraines and all this. When I tell you this helps with a whole lot, it does. It helps with a whole lot. And you see how simple that was? They didn't take long just to go and do that. And by me doing that multiple times a day, my eyesight got better. And I have stigmatism, so I no longer have that restriction on my driver's license. But you see how simple that is? Now, I do mix 1 dose of the Restore All in my Rejuvenate gel when I first open my Rejuvenate gel. So I want to show you what the Rejuvenate gel looks like before. It is white. This is what it looked like. This is a brand new one. You saw me take the top off. It's white. And when you mix it, because the Restore oil is kind of a burnt orange, it's kind of the color of this right here, then it turns your Rejuvenate gel kind of like a burnt orange. And if you want to know how much you mix in there, you one dose, which is 4 milliliters. Okay, but there's videos on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. If you go under playlist and then you go under tools and under training, there's the videos in both of those locations to show you how to mix it. But again, it is either you can take the dropper. The dropper has lines on it. So that top line up here is right here. That says 1 milliliter, right? So 4 of these droppers filled to the 1 milliliter line is 1 dose. Or you can take 4 drops, put it in a teaspoon. So a teaspoon, almost full, is a regular dose. And you take that and you put it in the Rejuvenate gel. Put the top back on it and shake it up. Don't stir it. Shake it up until it has been shaken real well, and now it is a kind of a burnt orange color, right? And so what you've done when you've done that, you got the ingredients that's already in the Rejuvenate gel, but then the 44 ingredients that is in the Restore oil has now been mixed in the Rejuvenate gel. So if you think that the Rejuvenate gel is already potent and does great things just by itself, which it does, then just see what you get when you add these other 44 ingredients in there. It is amazing, guys. Amazing. Like they were talking about you having scars and spots and stuff. Well, I have had keloids. I don't know if you can see this from there. This keloid is actually smooth now. When I was little, I fell at the playground, well, at the baseball park, and it was very thick. And really raised up. Now it is totally smooth. I had gotten spiked over here, and because I ran track, I ran hurdles, right? And so someone, as they were jumping the hurdles, it spiked me. So I still have, this is real smooth already. It used to be raised up, and I used to have 2 long scars down here. Those 2 long keloid scars are totally gone. And I remember when looked down and noticed they were gone, and I wasn't even wiping like you hear them talking about wiping the Rejuvenate gel. I was not taking the Rejuvenate gel and wiping on it. I was just taking all of the products. Okay, so just for me taking the products, right, and I was using the gel on other areas. It got into my system, and those scars went away. And the first day that I noticed it, mind you, I know it's on my right leg, right, on the side of my right leg. I immediately looked at my left leg, right? Just a reaction, right? But yes, it disappeared because of me consuming the product. So again, me building my mitochondria up, my body has begun to change itself. So I am no longer on any of these medications, none of them, okay? I don't go to the cardiologist anymore. I don't go to the oncologist no more. I don't go to the allergy doctor anymore. I was going to so different doctors too. It wasn't funny. The only thing I did different was after getting on the products is when my mitochondria started building up and I started seeing different results, and doctors start telling me, oh, you have good results. Oh, I don't have anything to report. I even had my oncologist tell me, well, I am, I check your blood when you come. At this point, I was coming once a year, right? I check your blood every time. I'm asking you if you're taking a low dose aspirin. As y'all can see up there, low dose aspirin. Okay, so my oncologist had me taking that daily. My cardiologist was telling me to take it daily also for my heart, right? So I would take because I had 2 doctors telling me I was taking it daily, right? And so he said, I'm just asking you if you're taking your aspirin every day, and then see you next year, right? He said, so you can make the decision whether you want to continue coming, or you keep coming, or just if you ever have a problem again, then you can start back coming, right? And so it was just great for the doctor to tell me that, my oncologist to tell me that, and because for years I was under the impression that I was going to have to live my life taking all these medications, because the doctors told me this, right? But I took that initiative when I was at the neurologist appointment, and she told me they had been over medicating me. I was going to have to go through a detox to come off 2 of the medications. But before I could even do all of that, she had to put me on another medication. So I already have this pharmacy, right? Well, so she had to add another pill to my pharmacy before I can take 2 pills away from my pharmacy, right? And I prayed to God that day and I said, God, can you please send me something where I don't have to take all of these pills, right? Y'all see all that up there? Imagine taking all that. Y'all don't know some of the things that I went through. I went through people saying, "Oh, she's what they say, she's on drugs." I've never used drugs, right? She's what they say, she's always her eyes are glossy, or all sorts of things people said, right? All I was taking was prescriptions that doctors had me on, right? I even had someone I dated lied on me, about, the medication that I was taking and stuff. I'm just so glad that I'm not on that medication anymore. And I was only taking what they prescribed for me, and some of them were pretty strong. Some of them were considered narcotics. So when like some of the medications for my migraines, I literally had to show my license to pick up the prescription. That's how strong they were. And even with that, that still didn't control my migraines. I lived a life in pain that I could tolerate. I don't know what that was. The pain that I could tolerate. And then when it get too bad where I couldn't tolerate, I would go to the hospital, I would get a shot, and it would bring it back down to where I could tolerate it. Imagine living your life like that. That was before Mito. So now I happily enjoy my products because I don't live that life in pain now. So again, I want to thank you guys for joining us. You want to go ahead and create your free customer website. As we told you, we don't charge you for your websites. You don't have to pay to be a part of the company. Everybody gets a free customer website. Everybody's a customer. And I want to thank everybody that is a customer and that will be a customer, because I enjoy my customers. So you can create your website. If somebody referred you, you get back with the person that referred you, but you will go to https:// more mito, moremito.com joining, joining /S Alford, SALFORD the number 2. And that will take you straight to the page that says referring customer. And it's real simple. It just asks you to pick a username, password, then you'll put in your email, name, address, phone number, and then click that you're not a robot and submit it, and your website will be up just like that. If somebody else has the username that you want, it will tell you that somebody has a username. You just pick another username. But that's how simple it is. If you need if you want to see a video of how to do it, just go on to Health the Wealth Show Stephanie. Go on the playlist. There's videos there to show you under training and under tools that shows you how to create your website, how to create an order. You could text me as well. I'm gonna give 2 numbers because I'm having problems with AT&T with my main number, which is 817-320-2571. You can text me first and we set up a time to speak. A lot of times I can answer something via text, but that way it won't mess up my schedule. And then you can text me at 817-382-2124. And I look forward to hearing your testimonials on how your body was before you got on Mito, and how your body is after you've gotten on Mito and started building your mitochondria up. So anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed. Please make sure you share. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like and make sure you subscribe. So again, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful one. And again, I look forward to you becoming a customer and building up your mitochondria. And remember, mitochondria is very serious, because if you lost all your mitochondria, you would drop dead. So you want to build that mitochondria up so that your body can fix itself just like God designed it to do. So y'all have a wonderful one.